Aquarius, welcome. This is your October reading. And so this is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising placements. If you are an Aquarius Sun and you know what your Rising and Moon are, then I would recommend checking out those videos. There may be some supplemental guidance there that's useful for you. This is a general reading. It's not going to be for all of you. But if there is something of value here, take it. If it doesn't seem to fit, don't try to force the fit. It may just not be your energies that I'm picking up on. We're going to be doing for October a couple of things here. So first we'll be looking at 5 cards around the notion of shedding. So in the northern part of the northern hemisphere, we have just entered fall, autumn, and the trees are shedding their leaves now because they don't need them in the season that's coming. And so our first inquiry is going to be about what you, Aquarius, can shed now. What are you meant to just let fall away because it is not what you need as you move forward into the next season of your being? That shedding will make space for what is coming. Our second line of 5 cards will be around the question of personal growth. How does our focus need to shift? What are the lessons that we are going to be focusing on? Just generally guidance from Spirit about how we can move along and progress in our personal growth. And then we'll pull just a couple of cards around the question of purpose. We've done some reading around purpose before, so this will, if you are not yet clear on what your purpose is, this will be some further food for thought as you sort that out in your mind. Or if you are quite clear at this point what your purpose is meant to be in this go-round, it will be just a couple of cards that perhaps give you some more different perspectives or some guideposts to consider. So we're working with the Wild Unknown Tarot by Kim Krans, and then we'll be doing some clarifying cards from the White Sage Tarot. And then we'll finish up with an oracle card from the Magic of You Oracle. Okay, so Spirit, we're looking for Aquarius 5 cards regarding what needs to be shed. I guess we have some clear opinions about this coming out right away. We have the High Priestess, Strength, the Empress, 3 major arcana. Well, I guess that would be, to my reading, quite a clear message from Spirit that there is something that needs to be shed and soon. That's followed by the Mother of Pentacles, which is the Queen of Pentacles energy here. And then the 7 of Cups. Let's see 5 cards now with regard to our path forward in personal growth. What are we focusing on? What's Aquarius need to be putting their attention on in October, Spirit? I did do a thorough shuffle, but you are getting some of a number of the cards that came out for. That's more than we need. You're getting a number of the cards that had been in the Capricorn reading. They're in different positions. There may be some similar energies here. There may be someone who is on the cusp, perhaps, and in that case, you probably are already in the habit of reading watching both videos, but I would definitely think that October is a time when you need to do that based on the overlaps that I'm seeing. That's for those of you in the cusp. Just 2 more cards, please, Spirit, with regard to direction, new focus, progression on personal path of growth. 1 more card, please, for Aquarius. 1 more card, please, Spirit. 1 more. Thank you. All right. Now, just 2 cards, please. Spirit for Aquarius. We're talking about purpose now. 2 cards, guideposts for purpose for Aquarius. We have 1 more, please. 1 more card, please, for Aquarius. All right. All right. Now, let's look at what we have. Let's look first at the shedding. So 3 major arcana and a queen tells me that there is something, probably in the early part of the month, I would think, that is definitely needing to be shed. We have this supreme energy of intuition coming here with the High Priestess. Your intuitive sense is really, really strong right now. There's definitely a heightened level of intuition, and your connection with the unconscious, with the hidden inner world, with your inner voice is really primed. And that is not uncommon in this time of year, in October, as we move closer to Samhain. Samhain is that, that time of the thinnest veil between worlds, and I think many that have strong intuition and have a connection with their inner voice that is strong find this time of year that there are a lot more serendipitous moments. There are a lot more clear signs of those things that cannot be explained. It's here next to your inner strength. So you are being called on to use your gifts. You are compassionate. You are brave. You are able to put great focus on matters that need attention when it is called for. And you are learning now to handle your less savory emotions. I get the sense that something about your intuition and your inner voice are helping you to make progress, or have been helping you to make progress in managing your rage. You've been very angry lately about things, but you're handling it in a different way, Aquarius, than you have in the past. You're seeing the wisdom of each present moment, and you are feeling more secure in yourself. And it has a lot to do with that ability to manage your rage, to manage your anger and other emotions that are strong and sometimes unsettling. You're getting in touch not only with a greater confidence in your intuition, but also feeling grounded in your body. You are feeling very solidly in your space, comfortably in your space. And that's very important. These are all incredibly useful things to know, Aquarius. That Mother of Pentacles is supporting that Empress energy. She also has this gift to offer you of just a secure feeling, right? This grounded sense that you are safe, that you are solidly in your body. And so I get the sense that you've been working through some challenging anger, and you are making progress there. And it's brought you to this place where you need to make a choice. You have many choices. Many options lie before you. And it is upon you now to make a decision. This card can speak to searching for purpose, but it also can just speak to an emotional situation where you can see that you have many possible futures. And you're in this moment of pause where you're considering them. And so what are you shedding? Well, you're shedding your old way of dealing with rage. You're shedding that old way of just what I sense here is, in the past, you would shut down, Aquarius. Instead of expressing an unpopular emotion, you would just shut down. You wouldn't say anything until you got to a breaking point at which you would say it all very loudly and very unpleasantly with your very cutting air energy way. And you have been learning how not to do that. You've been learning to appreciate the value of working through your emotions in real time, and it has led to you feeling more secure and more comfortable in your space, feeling safe in your body and in your immediate surroundings, and not constantly under threat, which is where we sometimes find ourselves when we're not expressing our emotions. So you have been making some progress here, with great thanks to your heightened intuition and your inner strength and courage to face the uncomfortable, unpleasant. And now you need to make a choice, because you've opened up many options for yourself by getting in touch with those emotions, by learning better coping skills, by learning better ways to deal with the challenges emotionally that come into your day-to-day. You've given yourself options. And so what you're shedding now is that old way of being, that old way of coping or not coping, as the case may be, because now you have a new toolbox. And in that toolbox, you have this exceptional skill that's always been inside of you, but you're now able to tap, which is to express emotion, to understand that everyone feels angry sometimes, and it's okay to express it in productive ways. In fact, it's quite optimal if you are able to express it in productive ways. So you have choices to make now. And I think I want to read this line about what is going to be your focus, what's going to help you progress on your personal path, because it looks like you've done some pretty major growth over the summer, or in September even. And now, where are we going? I want to take just a quick look, and then I might do some clarifiers on that first line. We have the Wheel of Fortune that speaks to changing cycles. We have the Three of Pentacles upright. This is about teamwork and the importance of being able to work in a group, because you can, together, you can create something pretty great, I think. The Devil energy is coming in, and this can be a bit of a lighthearted energy sometimes, just, fooling and tricking, but it can also be a focus on materialism. You may be moving into a space where you realize your life path does not have to be one of financial struggle, and it may be time to start focusing a little bit more on your material aspects. We have the Four of Cups next, which brings in, again, a little bit of that energy of making a choice. It can speak to you feeling, a little dissatisfied with the choices in front of you, but it also can speak to you just being in the space of contemplation. We have the Nine of Cups reversed as our next energy. And in that case, it's echoing a sense of dissatisfaction. So there's something you're dissatisfied with in October. I kind of get the sense that you have all these choices, and as you start to explore them, you're working with a team, and you're expecting that is going to pay off immediately in more material wealth. But what I'm sensing is that it takes time, and just because you now are very clear on the options before you, because you now have this clarity that yes, you can and you deserve to have more physical comfort in life, you want it to happen immediately. And what I sense is that it may take a few months. It may take a little while. And so you're starting to feel dissatisfied in October about the pace. So let's do a little clarifying now on the first line. Let's see about the Mother of Pentacles. What is the Mother of Pentacles energy about? Spirit, do you have any further guidance for Aquarius around the Mother of Pentacles energy? So again, that is this, financial security, a sense of security, and the Ten of Wands is coming out here. It seems you have that sense of physical solidness because you have quite a few responsibilities on you, and that it's not always a good thing, but in some cases it's actually quite a nice ballast. And by that I mean, if you're feeling ungrounded, if you're feeling like you might float away, that you're not sure of your space around you, if you're not sure of your physical self, sometimes in the case of trauma, and let me just pause and say I'm not a psychotherapist and I'm not giving you any sort of psychological advice here, Aquarius, but from personal reading and experience, if you have a traumatic event, you can sometimes feel untethered. You can feel that you aren't solidly on the ground. And this Ten of Wands energy is telling me that if you have, a growing list of responsibilities, that's actually good for you right now. It's helping you to feel solidly in your place. You've been doing some heavy work here emotionally, and it wouldn't be surprising if that left you feeling a little bit floaty. So whatever your responsibilities are, that's a good thing. Let's look at your choices here. Your Seven of Cups. Do we have any further guidance for Aquarius around that set of choices that they're facing as they're entering October? Any further guidance on the Seven of Cups for Aquarius? Sometimes there isn't. I'll just give it one more go here. Any further guidance for Aquarius? We have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. So that's telling me that although you have all of these choices, there's a part of you that's not feeling passionately about any of them. You have many possible futures that you could pursue, but you're a little uninspired. Interesting. That's interesting. Why is Aquarius uninspired by the choices ahead of them? Why are all of these? There's 7 different choices. Why is Aquarius not feeling motivated or passionate about any of the choices before them? Any further guidance on that, Spirit? Any further guidance for Aquarius around that Eight of Pentacles reversed on the Seven of Cups? No, I don't know. Maybe you know, Aquarius, but I'm not sure Spirit wants to talk about it any further, so we'll leave it. Let's look at your path forward. The Wheel of Fortune means there's some change coming, and I want to see if we have any further guidance there. Any further guidance, Spirit, around the Wheel of Fortune for Aquarius? A lot. Well, that's a lot, but let's see what we have. We have the Three of Swords, the World reversed, Seven of Wands reversed, and the Hermit. So, something is shifting and changing. It has something to do with you being in contemplation. You've gone inside, you've sort of isolated yourself a bit toward the end of September, and you're really kind of in this space of thinking things through. You're trying to get in touch with that inner voice, which we already know is quite loud for you right now. And you're using that connection with your intuition to really understand yourself and your motivations. And the Seven of Wands reversed is the one that speaks to me in regard of the Hermit here. You've done this because you feel a little destroyed by something. You feel a little overwhelmed, and you're feeling like your confidence is shaken. Something has shaken your confidence a bit, and that's made you sort of go inside. This isn't bad. This is actually useful for you because it's helping you to turn that wheel. The Three of Swords upright is adding a note of energy here around grief. So you're heartbroken about something, it seems. And the message I get from Spirit is that it's a necessary pain. There's a little bit of self-delusion that's ending. There's a sense that, you know, if you have a blister, sometimes you need to break the blister so that it can start to heal. I'm not a medical doctor. I'll say that again. I am not a medical doctor, but that's how it's always been for me. That's what my grandmother did for me. If I had a blister, she would get out her little bobby pins, or not bobby pins, but her sewing pins, and pop the blister. Sorry if this is getting gross, but that was how it would heal best. That was how it healed quickest. And this is bringing to mind that sense that you're heartbroken about something, but it was something that needed to be grieved, something that needed to be let go. And it has something also to do with that lack of confidence, perhaps, that has brought you into hermit mode. The fourth card that jumped out was the World reversed, which means you're holding yourself off from a necessary completion. There are cycles, there are natural ends to things, and in order for your wheel to turn and to move you along your path, you need to let something end that you haven't quite gotten to a point of closure on yet. So there's this, I want to do these together. We have the Three of Pentacles and the Devil card. You're working with a group, and it is helping you move toward an area of work where, an experience where your material wealth will grow. You'll be more comfortable materially. So let's look at that a little bit and see if Spirit has any further guidance there about working with this group, or what exactly it is that's going to lead to a better material foundation for you. Spirit, do you have any further guidance for Aquarius here? Further guidance for Aquarius. Again, I think I said this at the beginning, but this is a general reading. If it really doesn't seem like it's speaking to you, it's not your reading. If you haven't had a heartbreak, if you don't feel like you're closing yourself off and trying to heal right now, don't assume that that's going to happen, because I'm picking up energies that exist. And the sense I get here is that as we're entering October, this has already happened, whoever this is for. So we have the Knight of Swords energy coming out here with regard to the question around the group and around materialism, material enhancement. That Knight is telling us that your cause may be harmed a bit by impulsiveness right now. So if you're feeling this disillusionment because things aren't moving quickly enough, you can help yourself by focusing a little bit on your actions and seeing where you may be too brash, too impulsive, where you may be trying to push too hard, too quickly on something. There's an invitation here, an opportunity for you to break normal patterns. And if perhaps sometimes you get frustrated and angry quickly and that makes you impulsive, you are given an opportunity in October to do it differently this time, is what I'm seeing. let's look at your dissatisfaction in that Four of Cups and the Nine of Cups reversed. Let's see if Spirit has anything further to say there with regard to... Oh, one of them just flew on the floor. Hold on. Spirit has a lot to say about your dissatisfaction. Let me grab that one off the floor and we'll take a look. All right, so first Spirit says 10 of Cups. So joy and fulfillment, a happy family environment, and a sense that you have your dreams coming true is part of why you are feeling frustrated here and dissatisfied. And so perhaps you thought you had this and you don't have it. Perhaps you are working to improve your material situation so that you can have it, and that's why you're dissatisfied by the delays. We have the Five of Pentacles. This is interesting because in regard to the question of why, what is this dissatisfaction more fully about, we see an energy that says you have more resources than you think. You're in a mental space of feeling poor and feeling insecure financially, and it is not as bad as you believe it to be. Your situation is not as dire. You do have resources, you just aren't looking at them, or you aren't seeing them, perhaps. Then we have the Temperance card and the Chariot. So patience and movement. So with regard to the question of your dissatisfaction, Spirit is saying, I understand this is what you want. I got you. I get it. You want to move to that 10. You're feeling like you don't have any resources. You're feeling as if you've lost your resources and you've been left without. But Spirit is saying you still have many. You've lost something, but you have not lost all, and you have more than you think you do. It's just in your perspective. This feeling of poverty is not a reality of poverty. It's your mind focusing on fear. And the movement that you are longing for is coming if you're patient. Which is pretty nice. So you've been dealing with some heavy stuff. You're entering October, still in this space. But gradually that wheel will start to turn. It always does. And it's your choice. As you're healing here, you can move forward. And be patient with this process because it could take a little longer than you expect or desire it to take, Aquarius. We have, with regard to the question of purpose, we have a Two of Pentacles reversed and Nine of Wands reversed. So that Two of Pentacles is often about making choices or handling all your responsibilities, keeping all the balls in the air. Where it's reversed, you might feel a little bit of a sense that your balance has been lost. You might start to feel a little overwhelmed. And the Nine of Wands reversed is this sense that you're really just exhausted. You're starting to question your motivations for everything. And so the really strong message I'm getting here from Spirit is your purpose matters, but right now it shouldn't be your focus. You should focus more on the healing that you need to do, Aquarius, because it's quite an exhausting and demanding effort, and you're doing a great job. You have done something huge already in learning how to manage your rage, in learning how to use your voice and express your emotions. And the outcome may have left you feeling that you've lost something. It may have left you feeling grief, but it was something that you needed to lose. And you're still in this space where you're delaying the closure of a necessary cycle of your life, but you're in also the hermit space where you're contemplating and you're understanding yourself better, you're understanding the dynamic better. You're having some shifting changes here with regard to working with a group that are definitely taking you in the right direction. So perhaps not focusing too much on trying to further your purpose at the moment, and just focusing on healing is what Spirit thinks is a better choice for you during October. Take advantage of this time of heightened intuition to really sit with yourself and hear your inner voice and hear just what a profound well of love and support are there for you when you reach out to Spirit, when you reach out to the divine and ask for that support. I'm going to pull just one Magic of You oracle card. This is the deck. Fiona Horn is the author, and the artist is Marcella Bolivar. I want to show you her because her art is really great. Excuse me. Let's just get one card for Aquarius. Vertigo, which is interesting, kind of that feeling like a little untethered at the moment. Vertigo, whatever you choose will be correct. So as you're making your choices, Spirit shows up with the key. Whatever you choose will be correct, Aquarius. Let's look at 35 and read the book. So luxurious is the problem of choice, and yet as you consider all the dizzying array of possibilities, a sensation of tilting, of things being off kilter, paralyzes you into inaction. What can you do? What should you do? Notice the key stands straight and true. Each one opens a door leading to opportunity. Let me show you the card again. There are lots of keys. Each one opens a door leading to opportunities and lessons. Whatever you do now will be correct, but some lessons may be more enjoyable than others. Isn't that always true? In Vertigo, there is pictured one key that is very ornate and decorative. You may feel compelled to grasp it and open its door. Surely the prettiest key would be the one that opens the most auspicious door. Be aware, all is not what it seems, and while you cannot make a wrong decision, do not rush to make the obvious choice. The unexpected door will yield the most gratifying rewards and valuable lessons. Be brave and walk through the door less opened. So, that's an interesting message for you as you're considering your choices here. You cannot make a wrong choice. Any choice you make is going to bring you valuable lessons for your life path. Some of them may be more pleasant than others. And that is always the case, is it not, Aquarius? Thank you so much for sharing this time with me. It's been an honor to read for you. I hope that it has been of value and a useful tool for you in your own self-inquiry. I will see you in the weeklies or perhaps next month. Blessings.